Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 12 of the Age of Engineering. Just did a little bit of mining off camera. Every now and then I decide, you know what, it's time to pop off camera and do some mining. So that's what I did. And I'm here with some stuff and things. I made it a point this time, while I was out mining, to make sure to grab the red garnets, peridot, sapphire, rubies. These things have uses, apparently. Specifically, red garnets are needed for empowered Restonia crystals, as are resonating redstone crystals. So that's not my grid power. Okay, maybe it is. I don't know if that's my grid power or not, but that's a really large number. Neat. I hope that's my grid power, because that would be cool. Long story short, this comes from redstone, typically, and I've gotten to the point where I've got 841 redstone, so I wasn't like prioritizing mining it, but because I know that I need those resonating redstone crystals, which you can also craft, by the way, using ender pearls. So if you get some ender pearls, you can make those with redstone and stuff, but otherwise, pretty cool. So just did a little bit of mining off camera there, as I was also working towards, get myself that, cool, put this away. All right, nice and cleaned up inventory. Beautiful, loving it. All right, so where are we at? Last episode, we wrapped up working towards getting the thermal centrifuge. And in order to get this guy, we got most of what we need, I think. But the biggest one we needed was a mining laser. Advanced alloys and energy crystals and all that stuff is easy peasy. We pretty much got that ready. I think I can store most of the stuff that I need in here. The next big thing that I need to make for my mining laser was the advanced circuit, which requires a regular circuit, a little bit of glowstone, empowered Pallas crystal, and 4 empowered Restonia crystals. Cool. So I made my empowered Pallas crystal off camera. That stuff wasn't so bad. I think I wrapped up the last episode fishing for some raw fish, and then, I already got the blue slime crystals, so that was easy. Cobalt ingot, no big deal. And prismarine, remember, you can turn quartz into prismarine with the atomic reconstructor. So with those things all completed, I have my empowered Pallas crystals. So now we need some empowered Restonia crystals. So I'm going to grab 4 of you, and I'm going to need 4 of you. Now, there's a couple approaches we can take with this, right? If we take a look at empowered Restonia crystals, we can either do 4 sets of this. So it requires 4 ardite, 4 rose, 4 resonating redstone crystals, and 4 red garnets, and 4 redstone. All comes together to get that for 400,000 RF. Or I could do an empowered Restonia crystal block, which is 1 set of resources for a block. And I can convert that block into things. So the question is, what do I have more of right now? These items or RF power? Frankly, RF power is pretty passive, but 4 million's a lot. It's a real lot. I have that stored in my capacitor up here, but that's like all the power I've got. I mean, these each have close to 4 million. So, I mean, frankly, I think I'm going to go 4 sets of items, right? So 4 red garnets, 4 ardite, and 4 rose red, which I would probably be storing poppies in here, and rose bushes. That's cool. I don't think the macerator can do anything with this, can it? I guess we'll find out real quick. It doesn't seem to be the case. Oh, and as you can tell, I've been kind of passively processing stuff. Kind of, because macerator is so slow until I put speed upgrades in it, I just kind of passively like, oh yeah, we'll cook that up. So I guess my best bet until I get a crusher or something else going would be just manually crafting them. So that should be good. So that should get me everything I need. How's the power in this guy, by the way? He's doing okay. So you, and you. Yay! It's working! Cool! So that'll get me that, and then we should be good to get what we want to get today. And that excites me a little bit. So I'm ready to roll with this thing. So yeah, conserving RF, because that's what I think we need to worry more about than anything else, right? So I think that'll be fine. Yeah, I hear you out there, zombies. I'm going to take a nap soon because I don't like zombie sounds all the time. Wow, there's a lot of red dots on my map, isn't there? I know there's monsters nearby. Arg. Where are there monsters nearby is the question. Oh well, we'll deal with it later. So you, and then the last set of components. And all these things aren't too hard to get, honestly. I've got a decent amount of them, so I'm not worried too much about the resources. But at some point I might want to go blocks at a time, once I have a little bit more stability with my RF gen. Cool? Alright, so we've got that up and running. Let's get all the things we need to get now. So let's get the stuff that we need for the laser. So I need my energy crystal, a couple pieces of redstone. 4 of those, I want to say. I've got iron plates here. I've got these things. Let's get a couple pieces of rubber times 6. That should be cool. Okay, so you check. Now we need you. Glowstone. Close. Almost had everything I needed. I had to look at what advanced control circuits are. I don't even know. I assume that's from calculator. Nice! Mining laser. Beautiful. Alright, cool. Now I can make my machine casing. We're also going to want... what? So advanced machine casing. I need some advanced alloys. So I need to get reinforced iron ingots. So we want to hammer up some steel. Metal former, yes. And I could have sworn, and I might have had them hanging out over here. Could have sworn that I made some of the stuff that I need, but maybe not. Oh well. I guess we'll come back in a second. Could have sworn that I made the other stuff that we need, but maybe not. So I'm going to get the stuff that I need for the advanced machine casing and the coils and all that stuff, and we'll come back to finish the craft of this thermal thingy. Sound cool? Alright, back in just a minute. Alright, if I'm not mistaken, I think we're ready, believe it or not, to make this thing. Which will probably open up a handful of opportunities for us. But let's get a couple of you. And now are we good with that? And then we're good. Nice. Thermal centrifuge. What is up? Dude, that is cool. Alright, so now that we've got that up and running, I'm going to go ahead and expand this line. Now, the thermal centrifuge is a power tier 2, which means you should have no problem with 128 EU per tick. Nice. And if we give him a redstone signal, which I totally want to do, it should cause him to keep himself warmed up. In fact, are you getting a redstone signal courtesy of... like, this guy's got a redstone signal from somewhere. Probably out the back, right? That's how I did it. So you're not borrowing that redstone signal at all. But now you're heating up. Nice. Now, I don't know how much EU per tick you use to keep running like that. And, oh, we are struggling. I mean, I've just been running all my machines for a bit, so... let's just get a stack of coal thrown in here, and this will help augment. That should be no problem. So you're going to be cool. All my other machines should be pretty much cooling off now. I just ran, like, all my machines for a while. You can stop for a minute. Let's put you in here. That should be good. I just want to get you to a point where you're stable-ish. Probably once you're fully heated up, maybe. Nice. Let's stop you from running. And basically what I want to see is, will my solar panel be able to keep this machine running, and this machine running without, you know, struggling? So are we going to have a net gain here when that generator turns off? Looks like we do. So as long as no machines are processing anything, they can keep themselves heated at all times, which is pretty much what I'm looking for. And I think... you know, so it looks like a net gain. Oh, you know what? We're probably our compressor's running. Yes. So with the compressor running, it's like borderline, and then without it running, it's a net gain. So that's cool. So let's fill up our buffers here. Like, just get that thing refilled. I've got a lot of coal, so I'm cool. All right, so that's all good. Now, there was something I needed to make in here. I think it was silicon, right? I need that for silicon. So that is totally doable. Let's make that a thing. So what we were looking to get was a cloche, right? And in order to get this guy, we need a farmer from Actually Additions, which means we need an advanced greenhouse, which means we need weakened diamonds and large tanzanite, which we can get using an algorithm separator. Algorithm separator gets us large tanzanite from blocks of lapis, and weakened diamonds come from an algorithm separator of diamond. So if we want an algorithm separator, we need an empowered diamantine crystal, not a problem, a couple power cubes and stone separators and reinforced iron blocks. Stone separators need a couple power cubes and reinforced iron ingots. Cool, 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 cool. So let's get to work on these things. So I know I needed a lot of compressed coal balls for something, and a lot of reinforced stone and reinforced iron ingots, and reinforced iron blocks. So let's see, what am I at right now? So stone separators, I need power cubes. So total I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 power cubes. Okay, so let's get like a stack of redstone, because I'm gonna need about 6 of these power cubes, boom, 6, nice, cool. So for you, I need 1, 2 stone separators. And then for my algorithm separator, I've now got everything I need except for the empowered diamantine crystal, which is benetwat, fertilizer, lithium dust, and ash. That's right, that's what I needed the lithium dust for. So ash comes from smelting peat, so that shouldn't be a problem. All right, so if my math is correct, 2 nether quartz in the thermal centrifuge will get me a tiny pile of lithium dust. Cool. So 18 nether quartz will get me 9 tiny piles of lithium dust, which can convert into lithium dust, which then can be converted into an empowered diamantine crystal. Requires 20 million to make the block form, which ain't gonna happen. But only 2 million to make the individual diamond. But once we have that, then we can get closer to getting our cloche. Remember, the goal here, I would like to get a cloche that can grow canola seeds for me. And once I've got that going, we can use canola plants to make a decent amount of RF production. And once we've got a decent amount of RF production, we can get back to working down the age of engineering lines. And I think we're currently in the farming age, technically, right? That's where we're hanging out right now. So obviously lots of different things we can work on. And getting the stuff from calculators is going to help us a lot. So let's see. Did you finish 1 yet? 2. Nice. All right, cool. So having this thing charged, like, you know, heated up, means it'll start operating. If it wasn't for that, as soon as I put items in there, it would start heating up and it wouldn't actually process anything until it finished heating. So it uses a small amount of RF or EU to keep that heated, but nothing that oh wow, hello, you are draining like crazy. Probably because I am running that machine. That machine's expensive. I thought I just put more coal into you. Did I not? Or did you burn it all up already? Oh, no, you are still running the coal. You're just, wow, really killing the power on this thing, aren't you? Yeah, this thing drains a lot of power. So I might need to look into having more power gen. We shall see. But anyway, we'll be back when this is done processing. Alrighty, slowly but surely getting there. Got it, nice. All right, cool. So, I mean, it was slow, but it got the work done, right? So that the coal that I dumped in there, I'm gonna have to think about maybe boosting a little bit of EU production at some point. If I have to make a lot of this lithium dust at some point in the future, which I'm sure at some point I will, we will get around to having to check that out. So you and you go there. You go here. Fertilizer goes here. And as I recall, I need to smelt this into ash. And that's the last piece to get the empowered diamantine that I need. Nice. 2 million RF. See you later. It was nice knowing you. So I'll use about half of each of these, right? 400,000 each. No, actually a little bit more. 500,000 each. Wow, that's a lot. There we go. Nice. Empowered diamantine crystal. That is cool. All right. So that is used to make algorithm separator. Boom. Check that out. Cool. So not 100% sure where the algorithm separator is going to live. Maybe over here. Does that sound nice? All right. So all I need is a wire connector and some wire, and we should be good to go. Hey. You. Connected to you. Nice. And we've got power in there. Beautiful. So now that we've got the algorithm separator, the next step to getting a cloche would be making weakened diamonds and large tanzanite. So I think I'm going to need 4 blocks of lapis and 4 diamonds. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. Thanks to the fact that I've got fortune on my pick, and I've been doing a pretty good job of finding diamonds and lapis down while mining. Fortune obviously being a huge help there. So algorithm separator should remove circuits. Oh, that's cool. Energy, speed, transfer. So I'm guessing I can put circuits in there to speed this up a little bit. That's kind of neat. And hey, large tanzanite. Beautiful. And tanzanite shards. Cool. Not super sure what all this stuff is used for. Obviously, it's used for making the advanced greenhouse, but I'm guessing there's other things within calculator that it can be used to make. Neat. Energy module, large tanzanite gives you a starch extractor. That's cool. Neat. That's kind of neat. Yeah, analyzing chamber. Cool. Okay. So that's pretty much a machine that gets you items, I guess. That's cool. I like it. And then diamonds go in there to get that. Now, if I want the advanced greenhouse, I can get the basic greenhouse. So I'm thinking I might want to make another basic greenhouse. Because I want the one that I have outside to continue operating. I'm not 100% sure how much of this coal dust I'm going to need going forward. Keeping in mind, though, that, I mean, if I want to, if I combine it with coal coke, I can really get a pretty decent amount of, let's see, coal coke, enriched coal, a bucket of lava. Gives me a burn time of 25,000, which is really a lot of burn time. So a bucket of lava and coal coke with that stuff can really make a really powerful fuel source, which is neat. Oh, hey, that's a lot of weakened diamonds. Okay, I wasn't paying attention 100% to that, but now that I saw that, it was 4 weakened diamonds per diamond. Oh well, that's, I'm sure I will have to use these again in the future, and it's not like I really killed my diamond reserve, so it's cool. No problemo. Alright, cool. So let's make another greenhouse. I'm going to do that off camera. So I'm going to need prune seeds, industrial hemp seeds, crystallized canola, enriched gold, reinforced iron block, peat. No problem. Be right back. Alright, good news everyone. I dropped this here and hit this button, and we should have all the ingredients needed for a greenhouse, which means I can now get an advanced greenhouse. Nice. All right, cool. Next step is the farmer, which needs empowered canola seeds, iron casings, and Yori crystal blocks. These things are all relatively easy. I do need 2 advanced machine casings, so I'll have to work on those. Empowered is the vanilla recipe. That is awesome. That is really awesome, actually. I am quite happy to see that. So I need 8 and 2, right? Just to be sure, is there like a crazy amount of RF needed? It doesn't say anything. So because it doesn't say it needs a crazy amount of RF, I'm going to hope that it's like the standard amount of RF. I mean, it would be silly because the whole point of the empowered canola is that, you know, you get more RF out of it than you have to put in. So I would imagine that the RF cost did not change, which is good for us because it means we can get the next steps pretty easily. All right, off-camera crafting of the components that we need for a farmer, which is, these are easy. These are easy. We just need the advanced machine block, so I'll need to do a little bit of crafting over here, but we're right back when that's done. All right, I think I've got all the things I need. So let's do this. Let's do advanced machine blocks times 2. Let's do iron casings times 2. Let's do Yori crystal blocks times 4. May or may not. Yeah, I think I have the RF for this. Nice. Yori crystal blocks times 4. And that, my friends, should be one step closer to a cloche. Nice. We've got a farmer from Actually Additions. That's really cool. Now, just that's the farming age, right? What's needed for the Ender Age, out of curiosity? We haven't unlocked that age yet, right? That needs a machine casing. Machine chassis, yeah, that's just a carpenter recipe. That's no big deal. So now for the cloche, we just need glass. And, I mean, does it have to be brown glass? Does it have to be brown? No, any glass should work. So, treated wood planks and the lantern, which is just 2 iron plates and a glowstone block. Easy peasy. We should be good. So 4 of you. And some glass. We should have some glass chilling around here. It should work with that, but we'll see. Do we need glass panes? No, I've got some treated wood I should have around here somewhere, and if I don't, I can make it, but I thought I did. All right, so lantern, get 3 of those for that, which is cool. Got the farmer, got the glass, got the garden cloche. Beautiful. All right, so let's put this somewhere friendly. I'm thinking in this room somewhere for now. I mean, this could be like an outside living thing, but for now, I'm just going to leave it in this room, and we can maybe move it later. So let's get some stone, because there's a little bit more that we have to do to get this cloche working. Right, what I'm going to need is this, and this, and then we need a transfer node, which means we need 2 more stone cooked up, which shouldn't be too big a deal, because that's really easy to do in my induction furnace. Nice. The reason I need to get a transfer node, a liquid transfer node, is because we need to transfer liquid. So I'm also going to need a mining upgrade. This guy, and power penalty plus 10 GP. So we might need to get into a little bit of extra utilities 2 power. Because aside from RF, this guy needs water to keep him running. And he's going to need a relatively steady supply of it. So I think this is the best way to get water going. Real quick, we could take a look at the reservoir, but that requires fused quartz, which pretty sure fused quartz we have to get with the alloy smelter, and we don't have yet. We could make an alloy smeltery and use quartz to get fused quartz and a cauldron. That's one way to go about it. I mean, we need an alloy smeltery anyway. How hard would an alloy smeltery be right now? Alloy smeltery. All it really needs is the machine chassis, and everything else is easy. And this stuff is all within reason, right? So should I work on an alloy smeltery because we're going to want one anyway for future use? And then we can use the reservoir to transfer liquid. Or we could get into extra utilities too. Either one we're going to want to get to eventually. I feel like alloy smeltery, and that'll allow me to progress into the next age. So let's do that. Let's do alloy smeltery. Does that sound cool? So I need a sturdy machine casing, an iron casing, and a basic capacitor, which all of this is well within reason for me, right? So I need you, right? Bronze, right? That's what I need for this guy, and a bronze gear. I've got the bronze gear and a bronze plate. That's doable, right? So let's get 1 piece of bronze and hammer it into a plate. Totally can do that. Cool. We've got 2 of you. We're gonna want 16 more of you. I'm rapidly running through all the coal dust that I prepared ahead of time. Let's go macerate another stack of coal while we're waiting here. So many resources, so many things to make. It's kind of what I'm loving about this pack. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of effort. I like how complicated some of these recipes are. Cool. So you should be on progress. We're gonna need 4 of you bad boys in our metal former. I still have 3 of these. Let's get this cooking up in here for the iron plates we're gonna need. You guys are gonna go here, and there for a couple million RF. Cool. This thing's cruising. This guy's done. This guy's almost done. And I think I can pull off an alloy smeltery right now, which again will propel me into age 5, is it? I always lose track of which age numbers are. Yeah, the Ender Age. And it will also give me access to a bunch of alloy smeltery recipes, which should be really cool for us. Like bronze is an alloy smeltery recipe. I no longer have to go out there to make bronze. That would be awesome. Cool. So let's do this. And you're going to need that. And then we're going to want 4 of you. So that's 2 of the 3 complex parts of this piece, right? The last one is going to be this guy, which is going to be 4 Restonia crystals, 2 enriched gold, which is easy, copper electron tubes, which I think we've got. We've got these, and we've got 2 of you. So we actually started working on this, right? So I just need the empowered Restonia crystals, which we know to be relatively easy to get. Let's see if I can remember the recipe off the top of my head. So I need ardite, 4 of you, 4 of you, and what was the last bit? Rose red, right? So I know there's rose trees outside, rose bushes out there. There's a bunch like right here-ish. Yeah. And this is me not knowing vanilla. Is there some trick to those that means you can get like lots of them at some point? Like you can regrow them or something? I don't even know. But worst case, now I can always start bone mealing stuff. Let's just get the 2 of these. And I'm gonna save, let's put these in the plants chest, because they are plants after all. And then I can macerate those at some point with one of the machines that lets me do that. So you're done, which is cool. And then we want you, you, and empty. Cool. So then this, and these things. And how's this guy doing? Just fine. More than anything, it just takes a while for the power to transfer over, but that's not a big deal. So there's your empowered Restonia crystals. And at some point, I'll get this all fully automated. But for now, we're still at the age where we have to like do a lot of things manually. Which, frankly, part of the things that I like about this pack, honestly. I like the whole manual bit. Like, I always feel like some packs, it's like you rush to a point where there's like, all right, it's pretty easy mode now. Like in this pack, I feel like there's a lot of effort involved in getting to different places, which for me is fun. Realize that's not the case for everybody, but for me, I'm enjoying the challenge that this pack is presenting. So that means that I should now have everything I need to make one of these. So now we need a carpenter, right? Which is going to be another one of these bad boys. So that's awesome. I didn't make a carpenter yet, right? I don't believe that I have. All right, so carpenter doesn't look too bad. It's just a bunch of bronze. So let's get that to get me some bronze. What I'll do is I'll start making the carpenter with the existing thing that I've got. Ow, leave me alone, skeleton. Working here. Though I need more bronze anyway, so yeah. Foolish skeleton, you got nothing on me. But once we get into the Ender Age, that really opens up a lot of cool stuff, I'm sure. Like, Ender IO has some good stuff. One thing I haven't gotten at all yet is an Ender Pearl. Bronze. So how are we going to be with bronze? Back in a second when I'm done with this. You know, I'm going to need a plate cast anyway. Hopefully there's 8. Oh, there's 7. 7 bronze? Really? You know what? I think I have 1 bronze inside, and then I can just melt it. Hopefully quickly. Yeah, I do have 1 bronze in here. So I'll just melt this down. And then that will be, I think, all the bronze I need. Cool. Can I... No, I don't want to do that. I was thinking, can I put that in here? But I don't think I need to. So metal form 2 of those for me. You are now 8 bronze, so you can go into there. Neat. Doot, 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 doot. And it's cooling. I do like that one probe shows you all the progress bars and all that stuff. Cool. Okay, so that, I wanted to put this away, is good. You're done. I think there's a hammer here. I can turn that into that. So these 2, and then the bronze gear, that's right. Bronze gear, at least until I get to a further point, is copper and steel. But this will allow me to make the, yeah, so that'll be good. So let's get some steel ingots. Because once I get into the alloy smeltery, then I can make the gear machine from whatchamacallit. And that's kind of cool. So you, and then bronze gear is you. Cool. So this, this, and the gear for another huge amount of RF. It may actually stall out a little bit, but we'll see. Back in a minute when this is done. Oh, right, I need a little bit more bronze, of course. But hey, soon I'll be at a point where I can make bronze a little bit easier than this method. This method isn't terrible, but an alloy smeltery will make my life that much easier. All right, so what I'm going to want to get is a fluid tank here set to pull from this side, and that should fill this guy up with seed oil, which I'm going to need for my carpentering. Let's pick you up. I'm just going to put you... Well, actually, I don't know where I want you to live yet. The carpenter... I'm going to stick here with power. You and you. Cool. So now you've got some juice going into you at least. Nice. Can't work. That's good. Well, sort of good. And then I guess I'll put you set to push. Cool. So now you've got the seed oil in there that you need to make the thing. This is still cooking slowly but surely. The limitation here is this LV wire relay. I should probably bump this up to MV at some point. Because we've got the power inside the capacitor, but it's slow about transferring it to all these displays stands. But we'll be back in a minute when that's done. Oh, hey, that wasn't that long at all, actually. Nice. So now, what I'm going to want is you. Boom. And we want to put these here. And then it was this guy. This guy. And this guy? Nice! Dudes! Machine chassis. Grats Direwolf, drop and pick up in order to trigger... Dun 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 dun! Age 5. Look at that. Oh yeah. Boom. Age 5. The Ender Age has started. How cool is that? Are we out of iron? There's no way I'm out of iron. That's a lie. There's absolutely some way that I'm out of iron. I'm out of iron. How funny is that, dudes? All right, hold on. You get out of there. You can go in there. You, sir, I'm going to need a little bit of iron. All right, so if I want an alloy smeltery. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I can make an alloy smeltery in like a minute. I'm going to make the alloy smeltery, and then we're going to wrap up the episode. And we'll come back next time, get the reservoir, the cloche running, and then we'll have a very good bit of power gen going on. Because I'm in the Ender Age now, I'm assuming that I have access to conduits. Now, the question is, how hard are conduits to make? Item conduits, not bad. That's the standard recipe. Binder composite, wood pulp from forestry, gravel, and CF powder. Okay, so that's not the standard recipe. But CF powder isn't terrible. I just need some stone dust. Or small stone from calculator. That's cool. I wonder how hard small stone is from calculator. An extraction chamber, an algorithm separator. I get it from redstone and an algorithm separator, but I can get it from cobblestone and an extraction chamber. So that's not terrible for binder composite. And wood pulp from forestry, sag milling wood or carpentering wood with water. So I'll probably get a sag mill anyway, because sag mill good. But carpenter seems to be a little bit better, provided I get water in there. Now, what about energy conduits? Conductive iron is made straight up standard recipe. Okay, cool. So binder composite, a little bit difficult, but not terrible. That's not bad at all. So if I have access to those things now, I'm quite pleased. So let's get our alloy smeltery up and running. That's just going to be you. You. And I believe, nice, alloy smeltery. Boom. I just need to hook it up to power, which I'm going to put you here for now. And I'm going to beg, borrow, and steal. And we'll get this up and running. Cool. So Ender Age achieved, alloy smeltery achieved, garden cloche achieved. Very progressive episode. We got a lot done. Next episode, we'll come back. We'll make a reservoir so we can get water in this thing, connect it to power. Maybe look at MV power for the time being, but we can also start getting into conduits now. So, Ender Age, yay. All right, for now, Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll be back next time to hopefully get into Ender Aging and generating power from canola, which we're going to grow in our cloche. Cool? All right, guys, you know the deal. Take it easy.